here's your first look into what Bespoked is. Amravati, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Kathryn, for inviting me. It's so exciting.
What are we burning right now?
This is called winning incense, and this was a special bespoke incense I made for someone who wanted to win a lot of money. And in the end, they did win quite a bit of money, but not in the way they first imagined, but it still happened. So you can see me putting a little bit on now. We don't want to make too much smoke just here. So there's just a tiny bit, and you can see smoke coming up.
Smells fantastic.
Isn't it lovely? But the reason I've got some of this is that I overmade, basically. And I kept a little jar back here. So I have this in case I want to win something sometime, in which case I can burn it. I wouldn't sell it to anybody else, though, because once it's been made specially for someone, that's theirs.
Can you tell us what the process is for you to make them, specifically the bespoke ones? What's the process that you go through on the body?
Well, usually I get a phone call, and people tell me about what it is they want in their lives. If they want physical healing, emotional healing, to manifest something. So those are the main biggies. And then they tell me what it is and what their problems are. And after quite a chat, I then say goodbye and do a meditation. And I call upon my Guru Babaji, who's in spirit, and he is very helpful with guiding me with these things. Particularly towards sourcing materials. Quite often I've sourced something in advance and don't know why I bought it. I've come upon it and I just get this overwhelming desire to buy it, and I do. And then I find out that, oh gosh, that's just what I need for this incense. So it's very magical and exciting, synchronistically. Anyway, having done all that, I make the mixture. And while I'm making it, I say these prayers. I always offer things up for the highest good, because people don't always know what will make them happy, what is best for them. And sometimes their will tries to override something that they need to have experience of.
And as we all know, the highest good is the highest good to source, not the highest good here on earth. So we don't always know what it is, as Amravati said. But when she's working, she's looking at the person getting what they really need. Well,
yes, because the point is that I don't want this to become a kind of black magic art. What this is, it's a healing art. And people can create a lot. And if they put their focus use the incense, they'll most often get what it is they've asked for. Sometimes it comes in a slightly different way, but we're not overriding the will of another person or anything like that.
Just a little.
Yes, okay. Yes, you don't need, as you can see, a lot of the powders and grains in order to make nice smoke.
So I guess the other thing about Bespoked is that you have it's got like 4 steps to it. It's the person calling you and setting their intention. It is the idea of what you looking and researching what you might need to make that happen for them. And it's also the idea that once you've put them into a ball, because I've seen you do this, you then have, as you said, a series of prayers and chants that you do over them to assist that, well, to assist the intention for the incense. And then you research and make sure again that there's nothing in there that's contraindicated for any kind of health or anything like that.
This is important, like, if someone is an epileptic or something, there are certain things you can't use and so on. So that's a kind of thing that will be, or if someone's pregnant and so on. So you're just careful. And
then finally you go and look for more guidance for them to instruct them what they have to do once they get the incense.
Yes, when they get their very exciting package and they open it all up, there's a letter from me, and in that letter I'm telling them their homework. And it's important they do their homework, because while they burn it, they may be doing a little meditation type exercise where they visualize something. It may be that they have to do something very physical, like throwing rocks into a stream and throwing away all the things they're letting go. It could be that they've got to clear everything out of their hall. It could be that they're visualizing the situation they want to go into. But it's not always what you might think it might be. And this is just for them, because that's come for them. It's not one that I'm churning out for everybody.
Right. So Bespoke for you and your clients is really, how long would you say it takes you to make one of them?
Well, don't ask me that question because I never do them, would I? It's not commercial. I mean,
right. So your time
Okay.
that you put in is not equal to what you're charging. You are
No,
giving them
no.
much more than what they are paying for.
That's right, because there's a telephone call, there's the meditation that I do, there's the sourcing of materials, there's preparing of materials, there's the making of the concoction, and then there's writing a letter and going to the post office. But obviously I don't go just with one package, but you know, it means the whole process is quite big. And half my kitchen is taken up in these wonderful herbs. But it's such a joy, and I feel incredibly blessed to have been given this gift, to be able to do this. So many people can get better. And what could be more rewarding and fulfilling for me than that?
Oh, as you guys have heard, Amravati makes Bespoked incense. And this isn't just one process that she sits down and does in one day. As you've heard, it's a phone call from the client, it's a meditation, it's a sourcing of materials, it's also the creation and then prayers put on top of it, and then it's sent to the client, not just an empty jar, not just a jar by itself, but with a personal letter from her instructing them of what they can do to make the intentions of whatever the incense is within their life, help them get the highest good that they need. So is there anything else that I've forgotten?
Well, I'd just like to mention about my normal range. You see, you can get these incenses without all this happening, because my initial range of 25 that I made, and the chakras and the astrology ones, I still make them, but I make them in big batches. They're the same for everybody, and there's this little standard visualisation which goes in every jar, so that it's not a bespoke product thing. And the difference is that these are made for you, for your own special needs, and that's what makes them extremely powerful.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Amravati Mitchell, Heaven on Earth, Bespoked incense maker, feng shui expert, and my Reiki master. I totally love her. I think that you will have a great time if you kind of contact her for more information. But what you've seen now is you've gotten a touch for what Bespoked really is. It is not just opening one book, sitting down for one sitting, and then sending it out. That's a regular, very, very helpful tool, but the Bespoked takes you deeper and gives you more instruction, and also encompasses who you are. So thank you very much for watching our video, and we'll see you soon.